Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. So this video is going to be a little bit different than usual, as I'm going to be going over the top 3 stocks that interest me as long-term buys during this market correction. And with those, we'll be going over a quick bull thesis, the upcoming catalysts to watch for with those, and a quick look at the technical setup. As always, there are timestamps in the description. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first stock that I think is a great buy for the mid to long term right now is Tesla stock, ticker symbol TSLA. So the stock is not necessarily an easy buy right now, as there are some major issues that have gone on with the company, such as declining growth in new car sales and losing market share. The fundamentals do not look great here. Along with that, it does not trade cheaply either, as even with the stock's 50% decline, it still trades for about 90 times forward earnings. So why do I think that Tesla will outperform moving forward? Well, it's all about humanoid robots. So the real hype cycle of humanoid robots has not begun yet. And as we can see, Goldman estimates it to be a $38 billion market by 2035. And I'd be willing to bet that these estimates will rise a lot more over time. Elon has also said that he thinks humanoids will be the top selling product of all time. And he lays out his prediction in this interview quote. Now, as always, take what Elon says with a grain of salt, but what I do believe is that there is a high chance within the next year that the hype cycle of humanoid robots heats up, and Tesla will be at the forefront of it. There are not many publicly traded companies that will be traded on humanoids, so it's likely that Tesla will be the number one name for this, and it obviously had the largest manufacturing capacity of any other company. Once that hype cycle starts, I think that it is highly likely that investors flood into the stock once again, totally ignore any short-term fundamentals, and Tesla stock goes on another major run. Now, when does this happen? I have no idea, but after a near 50% decline is not a bad time to start averaging into some shares. There are also some other catalysts, such as full self-driving and having the Trump administration's full support, but humanoids will be the big trade here. Taking a quick look at the chart, so far it found support off 220 support and has built out a range between there and 252 resistance. Anything can happen with the overall market in the short term, and if 220 breaks, expect Tesla to sell down to new lows, where 200 to 207, 180, and 167 would be the biggest levels of interest for dip buys. If it breaks above 252, it can target a move back to the 265 to 279.2 key pivot zone, which would open larger upside on a break and hold above there. The next stock that is a great buy now, in my opinion, is Robinhood stock, ticker symbol HOOD, which I think has a great chance to outperform the market big time over the next few years. Now, a few reasons for this is number one, it does not trade expensive for a growth company with a forward price to earnings ratio of 28. There are a ton more growth avenues that Robinhood could go down, such as the recent partnership with Kalshi into betting markets, where users can trade event contracts for real-world events. They have a younger demographic and user base who will only make more money over time, with a lot of that going into Robinhood organically without having to market to new users. And their CEO, Vlad Tenev, is ultra aggressive, and he has talked about getting to the real estate market and more, with the goal to make Robinhood the one-stop shop to investing. Now, who knows what works out and what doesn't, but what's important here is that this is a hyper-aggressive company and CEO, and there is a major growth opportunity in the future. Taking a look at the technical chart, I'd be watching 43.35 to 43.85 to act as the key pivot zone moving forward. If it is able to break and hold above it, that opens larger upside, which can target 45.91, the 50-day moving average, and then $50 plus next above. Below 43.35 does keep downside in play, with key support levels below at 40, 38.15, 36.68, and 35.5. And the last stock that is a buy now, in my opinion, is Amazon stock, ticker symbol AMZN. And this is a more simple thesis, with this stock just trading cheap historically, with pretty much an all-time low forward price to earnings ratio of about 30. This isn't as cheap as some of the other big tech names, and that's because Amazon is still prioritizing growth and reinvestment rather than maximizing profits. They have the largest cloud platform with AWS, which is a cash cow and will continue to grow over time, and their streaming and subscription service is on the rise as well. With their e-commerce platform, profit margins are very low, but I believe that those margins have a great chance to rise a lot over time. For example, Amazon employs the second most people in the world behind Walmart with 1.54 million employees. Think about some of those employees being replaced with full deliveries by drones or self-driving vehicles, or warehouse workers being replaced by humanoid robots. Opportunities such as those give Amazon a great chance for margin expansion over time, and why I think it has a great chance to outperform most other, if not all, mega cap tech stocks over time. Now, taking a quick look at the technical chart, it is building out a consolidation base between 189 to 191.5 support and below 195 to 200 as resistance, which also aligns with the 200-day moving average. Watch for a break above 200 to act as the strong upside trigger, or we can see a deeper pullback if it breaks below 189. whatever happens in the short term, I think this is a great one to be accumulating on any dips like this. And this is one where you can buy and hold long term without having to worry about it really at all. So those are the top 3 stocks that interest me most as long-term buys at current levels. My personal opinion on what happens next with the broad market is I think there's a decent chance for a larger bounce with something like this playing out and then one more washout move before bottoming. But really anything can happen in the short term. Maybe we'll see what happens. I would not have too strong conviction of either way, but I do think it is smart to be accumulating some of these stocks on these large dips as there will be big upside to come in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all next time. For anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that is the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and answer questions you guys have in there. Good luck trading the week ahead, and I will catch you all next time, and peace out.